Up our Restaurant Week series at the Webster House. The 128-year-old building that we're sitting in right now is the oldest public school building in Kansas City, and Executive Chef Matt Arnold joins me now. This is a beautiful space, lots of history. Tell me a little bit more about what the Webster House does today.
Wow, it does quite a few things, not only just from the first floor when you walk in and all the retail items that we have and the antiques that we have. And we have a lot of apparel now that we're offering down on the first floor. So it's quite an entity just downstairs. But then once you graduate to the upstairs, you know, we're a full-service restaurant. So we do a lunch service, a dinner service. We also have a Sunday brunch, and then we also have a multitude of special events and private parties and caterings that we do up here as well. Yeah,
I read that you were voted best of venues here at Webster House.
It's a great venue, and just because of the way it's designed and the layout and everything, it just makes for a great location.
Absolutely. Well, with Restaurant Week, we're going to be talking about one particular dish on the menu, the salmon salad.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so tell me, you gave me a really fun fact about that salmon, the piece of salmon that you use, the type of salmon you use in this dish.
Yes, we buy it from Scotland, and it comes from a company called Loch, Duart. It's a sustainable company. These salmon are not in large production. It's a very special diet that they're on, but it was also the same salmon that the royal family had in their wedding. So
very cool.
It's a very nice salmon.
Okay, so when we're putting the salmon together, what is the first thing that we need to do?
Well, the first thing that we need to do is probably just pan sear the salmon. And what we want to do is you want to bring whatever size salmon that you may have, whatever your preference is for the size of the protein, bring it out and just lightly saute it in a saute pan, just a little bit of olive oil. You want to start with a nice hot pan, get a nice crust on it, and then we're just going to turn it over, turn the heat down a little bit, and then you're just going to cook it to your desired doneness. And while that is resting, then we would basically compose the salad, which is going to be mixed greens. We have some blanched, par-cooked green beans, some roasted red peppers, some pickled red onions, and a basil balsamic vinaigrette that will go on top, and some locally farmed goat cheese that comes right out of Missouri here.
Which is another fun piece about Webster House. You do try and use local goods when you can.
Absolutely. It's a very important part of our program. You know, we spend many hours and long phone conversations trying to procure to get products. So it's just very important to what we do.
Okay. With the salmon, how long would you say you keep it on the pan?
You know, depending on if you want to prefer medium rare, it's going to really cook in probably 3 to 4 minutes. It will, depending on the thickness and the size of it and the cut. If you go to your purveyor or your local fishmonger, you might prefer a tail piece, which is going to be thinner and it's going to cook really quick, and that's going to be more for your well-dones. You probably want to ask for and try to get a center cut version of the fillet, which is going to be a little bit taller and a little bit thicker.
A little thicker, okay. And this particular dish is actually on the current lunch menu too?
Yes, both of our items that we'll be serving for Restaurant Week are both on our current lunch menu, okay. Which is our grilled meatloaf sandwich, and then also the pan-seared Loch Duart salmon salad.
All right, and the finished dish is so beautiful. There are lots of colors in this salad, which is what I love about it.
Yes.
And you said again there are green beans and roasted red peppers is my favorite.
Yes,
and the goat cheese is local.
It is. It comes out of Goat's Beard Farm, which is in Harrisburg, Missouri, which is just about 30 miles northwest of Columbia.
Okay. And the other things that we have on the table here, we've got the meatloaf sandwich.
Yes, ma'am.
That also will be on both. It's on your lunch menu now.
Yes.
And Restaurant Week.
And Restaurant Week, correct.
And there are some local aspects. That ketchup is made here in-house.
We make the ketchup in-house. Yes, we do. We do a little bit different twist. We put some tasso ham inside the meatloaf, which is like a Cajun-style spice-cured ham. And then we have Henning's cheddar, and then we also have Bloom Bakery bun on top, which is right over here.
Bread.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Restaurant Week again is January 18th through the 27th. Lunch is $15, dinner $30, and Webster House, of course, will be part of that. Thank you, Matt Arnold,
Thank you.
for joining us.
We appreciate it.
If you want to try out the salmon dish at home, you can check out that website at kctv5.com.